Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're digging into the Tamiya Hornet EVO, the new one, item 58742. And we're asking, how far can you push it? Like, what are the real limits for motors and batteries in this thing?
Yeah, it's a good question because Tamiya did something pretty clever with this 2024 EVO. They basically took the old weak spot, the rear axle, and swapped in the drivetrain from the much tougher DTO2 and DTO3 buggies.
Ah,
So the main takeaway for you listening is this. It's not really about breaking parts anymore. The mechanics are solid. The real limit, the bottleneck, is just the chassis design itself. It's got that high center of gravity. The handling dynamics are what stop you from using crazy power effectively.
right, that makes sense. So our mission today is clear. Figure out the practical power limits for both brushed and brushless setups. And maybe just as important, what batteries actually fit in that classic bathtub chassis, because it's notoriously tight.
Exactly. So let's start with that foundation, the drivetrain. It's a massive upgrade. You've got strong 0.8 module gears now, fully ball raced right out of the box.
And the electronics it comes with. If you stick with brushed,
They're actually pretty good. The Hobbywing 1060 ESC, that's the speed controller. It's solid. It's rated for down to a 12-turn motor on a 2S LiPo battery. That's quite a bit of juice for a brushed setup.
okay, so if you're staying brushed, what's the sensible peak? Are we talking those Tamiya super stock motors, like the RZ or BZ?
You nailed it. Those motors, they spin around 26,500 to 27,500 RPM. That's pretty much the top end of what feels good and controllable in this chassis with a brush system. Any more torque and it just gets, well, unruly.
Right, but let's be honest, a lot of people want that brushless speed. So say someone just yanks out the stock motor, drops in a fast brushless can, what breaks first?
Okay, brushless. This is where you hit the mandatory upgrades. Two things, absolute non-negotiable. First, obviously, you need a new ESC. The stock 1060 is brush only. Get a censored brushless ESC for smoother control.
Makes sense. And number two,
This is the critical one. You must replace the stock aluminum pinion gear with a hardened steel one. Same pitch, 0.8 module, but steel. Brushless torque will just shred that soft aluminum pinion in like seconds.
oh yeah, I've heard that sound. It's not pleasant. Okay, so steel pinion, new ESC. What's the brushless sweet spot then? Fast, but not, constantly flipping over.
Yeah, finding that balance is key. We generally say the sweet spot is between a 17.5 turn and a 13.5 turn censored brushless system. In KV terms, that's roughly 2,500 kV up to maybe 3,300 kV running on a 2S LiPo.
So that 17.5T, that's sort of the reliable basher setup.
Exactly. That 17.5T gives you a great bump in speed and efficiency, but it still respects the chassis limits.
Yeah.
You start going much hotter, like past 13.5T, and you spend more time correcting spins than actually driving. It becomes a real handful.
Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather the battery in the chassis. That classic design, it's really restrictive, isn't it? We checked the dimensions, right? It's like 135 millimeter long, 50 millimeter wide, and only 28 millimeters deep inside.
Yeah, those dimensions are strict. It's purely down to that curved plastic battery tray from the original design heritage.
So what does that mean for battery choices? NIM, LiPo.
Well, standard 6L NIF stick packs, they fit fine, no problem. You can get up to like 5,000 milli ones that fit okay.
But for LiPo power.
That's where you have to be careful. You absolutely need a LiPo pack with rounded edges, either a dedicated rounded hard case or one shaped like a traditional stick pack. Those modern, square-edged, big-style race packs, they just won't sit down flat in the curved tray. No way.
So square packs are a definite no-go. Good to know. Okay, pulling it all together then.
Hmm?
It sounds like that 17.5T brushless setup is the most rewarding path for most people. Good speed, good control.
I'd say so, yeah. It delivers that modern feel without overwhelming the car's inherent handling characteristics.
But let's push it for a final thought. What about the people who do go beyond that? The expert builders running, say, 10.5T systems or even faster. What are they fighting against?
Physics, basically. With that much power and the rear weight bias, the front end just wants to lift off the ground every time you punch the throttle. It's massive weight transfer.
So they're not just driving, they're constantly managing wheelies.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And the provocative thought for you to consider is this. Those guys running extreme power often aren't just dealing with it, they're actively trying to tune it out. You'll see them experimenting with much stiffer rear springs, sometimes even borrowing parts like front springs from a Traxxas Bandit, just to try and keep the nose down and maintain some steering authority under that insane acceleration. That becomes the whole game at that point, managing the power, not just using it.